Okay. The Traffic and Safety Commission starts at 6:05.
A pledge of allegiance.
Now we can do the Pledge of Allegiance, and please stand and follow me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, can we please call roll call?
Commissioner Takayama,
Present.
Commissioner Hogan, Commissioner Hernandez,
Present.
Vice Chair Knox,
Here.
and Chair Bass is absent.
Are there any corrections to the agenda?
There are no corrections to the agenda.
Now, do we have any public comments?
We have no public comments.
Then now we move forward to the approval of the minutes from September 29, 2025.
Do we have a motion?
Do we have a motion to approve the minutes?
I make the motion.
I second the motion. Please call roll.
On a commence roll call, Commissioner Takayama,
Yes.
Commissioner Hogan,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knox.
I abstain, I was absent.
The motion passes.
Now we go to regular business. Request to remove tow, item number 2. Request to remove tow away, no parking, 7 p.m. to 4 a.m., except Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. Signs on Whittier Boulevard between the east and west city limits. Do we have a presentation on that? Do we have any information on that, on this item?
Yes, Vice Chair, thank you very much. Chair and commissioners, staff, and members of the audience. This request was submitted by the businesses in the downtown corridor. So the existing signage along the corridor, pretty much from Bluff Road all the way to almost Garfield, limits parking at the most during the weekends. And so the businesses spoke to me, and then they submitted in a letter which is attached, explaining the difficulties that they have with some of their patrons not being able to park along Whittier during those time limits. So for consideration today, we are bringing this in front of the commission for your ultimate approval. It boils down to the businesses having the ability to have their patrons park right in front. A lot of times they're just in and out because they're getting a cup of coffee or something to that effect, and they're not staying there all night. Also, we currently do not have, from a parking enforcement, the ability to monitor this the whole night. So it's my recommendation that our commission approve this, and then right after we'll have Public Works staff remove the signs. And I'm available for any questions you may have.
Does anyone, any of the commissioners have any
I
questions?
do have a question. Is this around where Boulevard Market is?
Yes, Commissioner, that is correct.
And Commissioner, I would also point you to, I think with attachment A, as part of the staff report, there is a letter that was received from the owner of Boulevard Market, bringing this issue to our attention.
Oh, I see. I will say that based on the letter received by the city, that it makes sense that the signage will be removed.
And businesses have actually grown as well, and we know it's very busy, and Boulevard Market is one of those that attracts a lot of clientele. And because in looking at the time, it's at 7 p.m., people go out there, and our residents go out for dinner in that area, so which makes sense in terms of what the letter indicates. And thank you, Caesar, for looking at that, because that is the heart of our downtown.
Any more comments? No? Do I have a motion?
I make the motion.
I second the motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve by Commissioner Takayama, seconded by Commissioner Hernandez. I will now commence roll call. Commissioner Takayama,
Yes.
Commissioner Hogan,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knox.
Yes.
The motion passes.
Now we move to item number 3, an all-way stop sign study at the intersection of South 5th Street and West Los Angeles Avenue. Is there a presentation on this, any information on this?
Yes, thank you once again, Vice Chair Knox. The traffic engineer, Mr. Dennis Barnes, shall give a presentation on this item.
Thank you, Director and Vice Chair and Commissioners. We'll start off on presenting the report with the designated resident listed recommendations in the report. Number 1 is to receive and file the all-way stop sign report for the intersection of South 5th Street and West Los Angeles Avenue. Second recommendation is to approve the city traffic engineer's recommendation to deny the request for an all-way stop sign intersection at South 5th Street in West Los Angeles, but install 20 feet of red curb on each intersection approach to comply with the daylighting law and refresh all the existing markings, curb markings, red markings in the intersection. Starting off with a little bit of background information, the Public Works Department received a request from a resident to install stop signs at the intersection, as mentioned, subject intersection, to creating an all-way stop controlled intersection. This request was probably attributed to the recent accident at this intersection, which was on the news. In the report, I provided some background information from the MUTC, the Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices, which outlines the requirements for an all-way stop sign. On page 2 of your report, I talk about what the volumes are required for an 8-hour evaluation. We look at 8 hours, and you need 300 vehicles per each of those 8 hours. And the second part is combined vehicular PEDs and bicycle counts that are supposed to average 200 vehicles or units per each of those 8 hours. And there's supposed to be a minor street delay of at least 30 seconds. Then there's a caveat about the 85th percentile. If it exceeds 40, it can be reduced. And there's a few other additional caveats I won't go through, but they're listed in D there. Depending on the criteria, if it's not met, then they make some other reductions. And there's also the general caveat that there's other considerations that can be considered if there's like near a school, for example, and there's a lot of left turn conflicts with crossing pedestrians at the intersection. We'll talk about the existing conditions. West Los Angeles, east-west residential street, posted speed of 25 miles per hour, has no stop signs installed at its intersection with South 5th Street. South 5th Street is a north-south 2-lane residential street. It has stop signs at its intersection with Los Angeles Avenue. Your figure 1 in your report gives you an aerial overview of what it looks like in terms of the intersection. I provided additional street views, figures 2 and 3, giving you another view if you're looking in west or east at that intersection, so that you can see that it's pretty much wide open. Figures 4 and 5 give you another interview or street view on 5th Street, looking, what does it look like when you see Los Angeles Avenue? You're approaching, is it open or not? And figure 5 gives you another street view when you're looking in a southward direction. With that information in mind, staff did the analysis to evaluate the request. And typically we requested traffic volume counts for all the approaches, as well as pedestrian counts. And in the report, I've documented that in West Los Angeles, we have an ADT of 1,460 vehicles to the west and 1,360 to the east. So it's a typical traffic volume for a residential street. On 5th Street, there were 530 vehicles north of West Los Angeles and 430 south. In terms of the accident data that we looked at, we did not find any accident data or reported accidents for a 3-year period. And the time period we looked at was March 1st, 2022 to March 1st of 2025. There was a collision diagram included in the report, more or less documenting the evaluation by staff. We know in terms of another topic in the reports that we include is about red curb, and it relates to the daylighting law, that we know that if we can improve the sight distance in all the 4 corners of an intersection, we can enhance the safety for both vehicles and pedestrians. And that's why the daylighting law came about. Based on those considerations, it's recommended that on all 4 approaches, there be a minimum of at least 20 feet. So the recommendation is to measure in the field and install 20 feet of red curb after they measure. If there's, say, 16 feet, they would increase it to 20 feet. If the other intersections have 20 feet, then we just repaint that red curb. So again, increasing the line of sight for the directions of travel to the intersection. Inclusions and recommendation, based on a review, none of the warrants for the traffic volumes or accident data were met, and the recommendation was not to install an all-way stop at the intersection. In summary, on the last page of the report, summarizes to receive and file this report in the city's record system, and to approve the recommendation to deny the request, but yet install 20 feet of red curb on all intersection approaches, as well as refresh any other existing red curb markings that exist out there. And with that, I open it up to any questions that commissioners may have.
Do any of the commissioners have any questions on this item?
I don't have a question, but I know there's a lot of children there because the school bus picks up at the next corner. It's just an observation on my part. And, you know, I'm concerned because I take my son, that's the route I travel to take my son to school to get over to Olympic, even though there's construction there right now. But we see the children waiting for the school bus, so there's a lot of foot activity. And I'm just extra vigilant because I do see people speeding and slamming on their brakes when they get to the stop sign. So I'm just wondering, you know, is this the best method? Just concerned about the kids. There's a lot of children.
Right. In terms of the ped counts, I recall looking at the sheets, there was like 33 in a 2-hour period in the one time period, and there was like 43 in the other time period in the afternoon. So when we look at it in terms of from a traffic point of view is, so you have different pedestrians that are crossing different directions, and then you're looking for the left turn conflicts. How many vehicles are either coming down from the north, making that left turn, or coming from the south, making the right turn? Do they have a conflict or not? And so we look at the warrants are set up based on numbers. And so from a probability standpoint, there's the volumes of left turns were not that large or heavy, as we like to say, that would speculate that there would be a problem with them interfering with the children. You know, sometimes when we do a pedestrian study, sometimes we count them in either one person or groups of 2, 3, 5. So there could be a group of children or pedestrians crossing at a time. And so you're looking at that consideration versus the left turn vehicles. And so from my perspective, I'm looking at the numbers, unfortunately. So based on the numbers as such in the criteria, the recommendation was that it does not meet the criteria. But again, it's always open to the review by the commissioners.
Okay, thank you for that insight.
Yeah, it just, in the absence of the data, right? The data just doesn't support like the stop signs, just
Yeah.
over a 3-year period, there's no,
Yeah.
there was an accidents that were reported. The goal really with the 20 feet of the red curb is providing a better sight line,
Right,
right? If
visi-
we've all driven that,
visibility.
you've seen it, that's probably one of the biggest issues that you don't know where to pull out and you see the car, so we're
Yeah.
hoping that helps it address it. And then regarding the school, the chief can correct me, right? But we provide the crossing guards, right, during school hours. It's something we coordinate with the district, but it's something that the city pays for.
Thank you.
I did have a comment. So if we did the red curb for right now, could we come back and revisit if it's still an ongoing issue?
Yes, the commissioners could approve the recommendations. They also could add a caveat onto the recommendation as presented, requesting that it be reviewed again. Yes, you have that. That's your authority to do so.
You're welcome to do that as an additional amendment, and, you know, just for us, I mean, what would be a good period, maybe 6 months or so, right? If you do anything less, it might not be enough time for us to actually observe any changes or not. But we recommend maybe, if you want to go down that route, have us bring it back just to do an update and see if it's worked or not.
I think when there are kids involved, I think it's definitely worth revisiting, yeah. So, yeah, six months sounds good to me.
Okay, so do we move forward with a motion to approve as is and also requesting to come back and revisit in 6 months? An update report in 6 months?
I make the motion.
I second.
We have a motion to approve and revisit this item in 6 months. Motion by Commissioner Takayama, seconded by Vice Chair Knox. I will now commence roll call. Commissioner Takayama,
Yes.
Commissioner Ogin,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knox.
Yes,
The motion passes, and we'll revisit this item in 6 months.
thank you. Now we move to item 4, South Taylor Avenue and Beach Street, red curb installation. Is there any information on this?
Thank you, Vice Chair. Once again, Mr. Dennis Barnes, Traffic Engineer, will provide you with a presentation on this item.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Director. And again, I thank Commissioners, Vice Chair, and the Commissioners. I'll present the report, starting off with the recommendation. The recommendation is to approve the City Traffic Engineer's recommendation to approve the request for the installation of 20 feet of red curb at the curb approaches on South Taylor Avenue and Beach Street. Background information, the resident requested at this little intersection the installation of red curb, more or less in compliance with the recent daylighting law. I provided some information about the daylighting law for reference and background. Talk about it. If there's a curb extension, then it could be reduced to 15 feet. Otherwise, 20 feet is the normal way the law is written. It can only be changed if something goes to a city council and they elect to make a modification to those numbers. We're currently using the law as it stands, 20 feet, and unless there's a curb extension, it was 15. So with that in mind, he went through and provided the report, talks about the director has the authority or is his designated person to install a red curb or remove it, or he can delegate it down to the traffic engineer to do the analysis. In Figure 1, gives you an aerial view of the intersection showing the beach and also the South Taylor Street. And then within page 3 of the report, we've provided street view so you can get an idea if you're looking at Taylor or if you're looking from the other direction. So you get an overview if you're on Taylor looking at Beach or vice versa. And then in terms of the analysis, staff looked at the location, and again, the request was reasonable because it's part of the daylighting law, and there was no reason to find it, no reason not to do it, even though parking is a premium, but visibility is important for pedestrians as well as vehicles, so the motorists have a clear view to make an intelligent decision as they approach the intersection. Figure 4 in the report gives you a diagram showing where the requested red curb would appear, 20 feet as shown there in a street view. And that was the conclusion and recommendation, is to basically approve the request to install red curb as shown in Figure 4. And with that, I would open it up to any questions that the commissioners may have.
Does any commissioners have any questions on this?
So on Figure
Comments?
4, that's the only area that you're going to do the red curve to? That's what they're talking about, like in terms of a visual to come out more, that kind of thing?
Right, that was the only, in the southwest corner there, yes, as shown.
Any other comments, questions? No? I motion to approve this item.
I
Do
second
I
it.
have?
We have a motion to approve this item by Commissioner Hernandez, seconded by Commissioner Takayama. I will now commence roll call. Commissioner Takayama?
Yes.
Commissioner Hogan?
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez?
Yes.
And Vice Chair Knox.
Yes.
This motion passes.
Now we move to item number 5, West Madison Avenue and North 4th Street, red curb installation as well.
Once again, Vice Chair, thank you very much for the opportunity. Mr. Dennis Barnes, Traffic Engineer, shall provide a presentation on this item.
Thank you, Director. And also, Vice Chair and Commissioners, I'll present the report as listed there, West Madison Avenue at 4th Street, red curb installation. Similar to the last request, the recommendation is to approve the City Traffic Engineer's recommendation to approve the request for the installation of 20 feet of red curb at the approach on West Madison Avenue, which is the southwest corner of the intersection. Again, some background information. Public Works Department received the request. They wanted some additional red curb to enhance visibility at the location. I provided a repeat of the MUTCD about red curbs. And the authority comes from the municipal code, and the Director of Public Works has the authority to delegate it to staff to make the investigation and also approve the recommendation. On page 2 of the report, you'll see Figure 1, again, gives you an aerial view. You can see there's crosswalk markings in all legs of the intersection. It's a posted street, 25 miles per hour. And the street view on page 3 of the report, I've given you, you're looking either in the eastern view or the western view. What it looks like if you're on from the stop sign view, you're looking forward, and you can see that some Figure 2 shows there is existing red curb already there. Can't quite see in Figure 3, but on the next page of the report, page 4, gives you another overview of street view, and you can see in Figure 4 there's additional red curb there. Figure 5 as well. It's in the southwest corner where the request came in, that they requested additional red curb to enhance the visibility. In Figure 6 of the report, on page 5, it gives you a diagram which shows the 20 feet of requested red curb. And you can see there's a utility box just right next to it. Again, the request is a normal request. It's in compliance with the daylighting law that is now the city has adopted, and it's a state law. And so there was no reason to refute the request as such. The traffic engineer approves the request. And with that, I open up to questions that the commissioners may have. The last page of the report talks about the legal requirements published by the state in terms of the daylighting law for reference.
Do any of the commissioners have any comments? Questions? No. Do I have a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
I second the motion.
We have a motion to approve this item by Commissioner Takayama and seconded by Vice Chair Knox. I will now commence roll call. Commissioner Takayama,
Yes.
Commissioner Olguin,
Yes.
Commissioner Hernandez,
Yes.
Vice Chair Knox.
Yes.
This motion passes.
Now we move to the commissioners' orals, and we have Commissioner Olguin.
Okay. Via Sandelaro has become a route for drivers avoiding traffic on Beverly Boulevard, raising safety concerns due to increased speeding. With no existing traffic calming measures, the street has seen multiple collisions with parked vehicles. Speed mitigation solutions such as speed bumps are urgently needed to improve for safety for residents and pedestrians.
Yes, Commissioner, if there's a consensus, we're happy to look at this for the future. I don't know if it seems like there is a consensus, so we're happy to look at it and come back. Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. I think the next one is.
And but he's absent, so I believe this concludes our meeting, and so we adjourn.
Good meeting. Thank you for stepping in.
Thank you.
This meeting adjourns at 6:30.